Oh, wow. It feels like it was years ago, to be honest. Looking back on it, it's so different because she was so scared, and I was mentally prepared for her to be scared. But probably looking back now, she was much more scared than we gave her credit for. We've got this little mat for her. Well, it's a big mat because she's a big girl. But she probably didn't move from that for 48 hours, I reckon. Like she sort of came in and she walked around and she got her bearings. But I reckon, yeah, for the best part of 36, 48 hours, she basically didn't move. She was just petrified, poor thing, changing environments. And the first walk we took her on, because we're in Richmond, so it's quite urban, she was scared of, any sort of traffic or like main roads, and clearly wasn't used to it. And, I was thinking to myself, how's she going to fit in? How are we going to get through this? And she's now just, we couldn't imagine our lives without her. She's just like, and she comes everywhere with me. She's just decided to.
Hi, darling. Oh, she's there. Hi, David. Yeah, she clearly looks like she's not going to leave you anytime soon. Is she generally right next to where you are?
Yeah, she is. And so Nisha, my partner, works. We sort of set up a home office, and because I can write from a laptop, so I can sort of work anywhere. She's decided that she goes between Nisha and myself. So Nisha's up the corridor and she'll pitter-patter up the corridor. And if we don't find her, just turn around and she'll be lying behind Nisha. She just likes being close to us. And if we're both in the same room, she'll want a pat from one of us. And while she's getting patted, she'll watch the other one. If we're in the kitchen.
This is how it works.
Yeah. So, she's just the greatest thing.
So what would be, I guess, certainly I know what one of the challenges was in those first few weeks, which was just her nerves and anxiety. What were sort of some of the challenges or quirks that you didn't expect in those first few weeks?
Yeah, probably that she was just so quiet. We've had dogs all our lives, but different kinds of dogs. And as I said to you last time, it's our first greyhound. So we probably had preconceptions about, what it was going to be like. And because she's so big, I was expecting, I was just expecting her to be louder. And she's not. We often joke that she's this tiny dog in a big dog's body, she loves cuddles and she likes being close to us and she likes affection, and she's such a low maintenance animal, in the sense of she's just so happy just being with us. And I, getting used to the fact that a 15-minute walk was a big deal for her, we do 2 laps at the park and then she sort of look at me and be like, I want to go home. I would like to go home now.
They do. They can sometimes stop, don't they? It's kind of the stopping or the dragging you back. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I guess one of the things we're still getting used to is not letting her off the leash, and it kills me a little bit because she, when we take her to the park, she clearly wants to run around and she's great with other dogs, which I was surprised about, to be honest, because of, the background of, when they grow up and how they're raced and trained and that sort of stuff. They're probably not used to other dogs. So I was expecting her to maybe have some, not problems, but just some issues initially with socializing. But she's great. And we took her for a first ride in the car and I thought she'd be petrified and she just loved it. Now you open the car door and she just leaps in. We take her on play dates with my mum's dog, Billy, who's a Kelpie. And mum's got a pretty decent sized backyard. So we let them off together and they were best friends instantly.
Oh, that's amazing. I think the interesting thing is with the socializing with other dogs, that's a really nice combination of, part of it will be her personality, and it might be, where she was raised and trained, but also that's the role of those foster carers. They have them for 3 weeks, and part of the thing is to get them out to meet dogs and to learn how to behave around them. There's some really specific advice on how to do that and how to introduce them. So clearly that works as well. Do you feel like she's coming out of her shell? Do you feel like her personality is still developing?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, she comes out of her shell more and more every day. We joke that, she's just the diva queen now. She knows exactly, she runs the whole house. Her personality is, she's a quiet girl, but she's very cheeky. And she's got such quirks of other dogs, like of all the other dogs I've had, she's the quirkiest in the best way. She sleeps downstairs in the living room, so we'll come downstairs, and she does this thing when we come downstairs that she sort of, it's almost like she knows what the morning routine is. She kind of gets on all fours, and as you come downstairs, she kind of like hops along the mat to the point where, like, when you get to the bottom of the stairs, she's there. She doesn't like get up and walk; she hops like. And then the morning routine is I'll sit on the couch, and she loves to nuzzle. Like, she likes going in tight spaces and anything like that. So she'll have to come under my legs and then through my legs.
Oh.
And like, it gets back to this thing, like, we think she's a small dog in a big dog's body.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's just got these idiosyncrasies that I just love. And
well, it's that thing, the way you speak about it in your face, Sam, it's that thing when you say, I can't imagine her not being in my life now. Can you imagine walking down those stairs and not seeing her hop towards you?
Oh, 100%. Like, it's funny because as I said to you, I've always grown up with dogs, and this is probably the longest period of time that I haven't had a dog, and you forget how much you love them. It's really difficult to describe. It's like an unconditional love.
Yeah.
And she's just the most gorgeous thing. Like, this is what she does. She just likes
all day.
She just likes being close, and occasionally, come on. No, she's just happy.
I'm very comfortable. Thank you. I know you're there. As long as you're there, I can sit here and I don't have to do anything.
That's right.
So we can see, the benefits, and I'm well aware of the benefits. They are beautiful dogs. They are generally quiet dogs, and they are affectionate. They really, they are so easy if they know you are there and you love them. They are set. What about, what would be your piece of advice? I guess for some of, the tougher aspects, and it can be, I guess adopting any dog, but for someone considering a greyhound, what would be your biggest sort of couple of pieces of advice?
I think just be patient. We were really patient with her at the start, in the sense of we didn't want to force her out of her shell. I think we were a bit anxious early that she was so scared. But we both just kept saying to us, like, just keep living your life, like little things like, if she didn't want to eat at the start, don't leave the food there. Like, get her used to meal time. So if she doesn't eat it, that's fine, put it back, and so she gets used to a routine. I think a routine for a greyhound is good. She's very well aware of the times that she gets fed. She knows that in the morning she gets to go for a walk, and then after that, she gets food, and then she'll chill out. And I think just routine is handy. And then also, one of the weird challenges about 2020 is that we've kind of been with her the whole time.
Yeah.
It's not like we'd be going to work 9 to 5 in the office. So what we've been trying to do is leave her for periods. Like at the start, it was like, we'll leave her for an hour, and then, leave for a couple of hours. And then, so, it got to the point where last week when we wanted to go out for dinner for a few hours, she knew, and she was fine, so yeah, I think being patient and getting used to a routine are probably the two bits that I've learned.
And for anyone considering doing it, Sam?
Oh, just do it. Like, just jump in. It's the most rewarding experience. We feel like every day we feel like we got lucky, but I think everyone who gets one of these we ran into a girl who works at my gym who lives down the road, and she just adopted one from Gap, Marlo. And Marlo's a boy, but Bronte is adamant that she wants him to be a girl. So it's got pink leash, pink collar, and I love when they see each other, when they see other greyhounds as well. They get like a special sort of excited.
Yeah.
So yeah, advice to anyone thinking about doing it: just do it. Just do it. You won't regret it, and they'll become instantly part of your fabric.
Thank you, Sam. And thank you for sharing it with us. It's amazing to see a real experience and see what a difference it can make. Thank you, Diva. Thank you, Nate. Oh, thanks, Sam.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Kate.